And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Today we're taking a look at Ultimate Werewolf Extreme, which is a gigantic box that has everything for Werewolf and everything from Werewolf and everything from Werewolf from Bezier Games. This is a super collector's edition. You do not need this unless you are an Ultimate Werewolf fan. I'm not even putting this in the Dice Tower library. I'm going to keep it at my house, or some of it at my house, for when I run Werewolf. I run a lot of Werewolf games on Zoom. Well, I used to. I will do some more in the future. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open a box. I'm not showing you everything in the box. I'm just going through all the millions of rolls because I like talking about Werewolf rolls. I'm going to look at them and tell you what I think about them, and that's pretty much what this video is. So let's get going. There's a lot of stuff in this box here. A gavel, which of course you guys know I think these are fantastic, but this is a pretty cheap plastic gavel. And a tower and a sandwich because why not? Oh, and a cross, a box, large cards. I stuck our own little, this is the Dice Tower Werewolf deck, which is pretty cool. I mean, look at these guys. They're cute. Woo! Everything fits in here pretty nicely. I did not keep everything in this box in the game. I do have these slap bracelets. These are for when you are dead, you know. All right. But what I'm doing in this particular video here, other than showing, I'm not really showing you everything in a box, we're just going to take a look at the rolls. And we're going to do this stream of consciousness style, where I'm just going to take a look at the roll and tell you how much I would use it in the game if I was a moderator. All right, we have the Mortician. Each night you may eliminate a player until you eliminate a wolf. This is a maybe for me, where I would stick this in the game because, yeah, he's helping the players, maybe getting rid of a wolf. If you're lucky, he does it night one. But, you know, he could accidentally kill a lot of villagers. Mystic Seer. Each night, learn a player's exact role. That's kind of cool. The Mystic Seer, that's one I would use. You know who someone is exactly. It's even more powerful than a seer in many ways. Then we have the Necromancer. The Necromancer, each night choose two players. If one's eliminated that night, so's the other. This one's okay. I don't mind this one, but it does add more time to the game, and it does make the werewolves double think what they're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to be sticking these on a. So this is a no, probably not the Mortician, and the Necromancer will put on a yeah, why not? And the Mystic Seer is probably a definite. All right, Old Man. The Old Man, you'll be eliminated on night. Current werewolves +1. So this is a way to find out how many werewolves are in the game unless they kill them. I don't really like the Old Man. It's not a fun roll to get. You get that, you're like, oh, you're going to die. Psh, who wants that? All right. A One-Eyed Seer, not as good as the Two-Eyed Seer, I guess. Each night, learn if a player is a wolf or not. If you find a wolf, they must be eliminated before you can learn about any new players. So this is kind of a seer that's not as useful. I guess if you're trying to make the villagers not. Nah. All right. Now we got Professor Impatience. If you're eliminated, players eliminate 2 players each day, and wolves eliminate 2 players each night for the rest of the game. Okay. But this seems more like a game thing. I don't know. Again, if you get this, you're like, yay, if you kill me, the game goes faster? I don't know. Nah, not for me. All right, Robber. All right, so the Robber, during the first night, steal a card from another player, you become their role. Now that's kind of funny. That's one I wouldn't play with all the time, but I think it's a humorous one. Sheepdog, with some extremely disturbing artwork. If time runs out before a vote takes place during the day, you must vote for elimination. This one I like because I always play, hey, there's a time, you know, in 2 minutes we got to have a vote or whatever. If people know the Sheepdog is in the game, they're going to be quicker to nominate people. It'll make the whole game go quicker. And this player then has something to do. And it also gives you a reason. Well, I voted down because I was forced to. I like the Sheepdog. We'll use that one. The Count. I would much prefer a picture of the Sesame Street Count here. But hey, during the first night, you learn how many wolves are on each side of you. This one is good. I like it, but I'm not going to use it much because the majority of my werewolf games are on Zoom, and this is one of the ones that doesn't work as well on Zoom. Now we have Mummy, or the Mummy. Each night, pick a new player to be hypnotized. They must vote the same way you do. Okay, not bad. It's an interesting one, but one we would only use once in a while. The Thing. I like the artwork here for The Thing. Each night, you may tap a neighbor. That's fine again, and again, it doesn't necessarily work in Zoom, but I do like it. Virginia Wolf. Are you afraid of her? During the first night, choose a player to be afraid of you for W days. The number of werewolves. If you eliminate that player, is also eliminated. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. She's one I would use. The Huntress. You may eliminate any player during the night once per game. Yes. I always like the Hunter. The Huntress works too. One time they can kill somebody. Very useful thing. Sometimes it's a good way to get rid of a werewolf, although again, if used incorrectly, can give the game to the werewolves. That's a definite. All right. Hunter. If you're eliminated, you can immediately take somebody else out. I love Hunters, and this game comes with 4 of them. Yeah, but the Hunters are definitely in games that I use. Actually, no, 5 of them. I just found another one. All right. Diseased. If you're eliminated by the wolves, they don't get to eliminate anyone during the next night. Great. I really like this one. This is a good roll in almost every game. Cupid. During the first night, choose 2 players to be linked. If one's eliminated, the other is eliminated immediately. This is better, I think, than the first card we saw. I don't mind Cupid. I'll play with Cupid. Beholder. During the first night, learn who the seer is. Okay, not a bad one. I don't want to play with this one all the time, but it's like a little bit extra for the village. Aura Seer. You learn if a player has a role other than plain villager or plain werewolf. That's it. So I can pick someone and find out what their role is. I really like the Aura Seer. Another good one to use. Apprentice Seer. If the seers eliminate, you become the seer. Waiting each night to learn if a player is a wolf or not. Not bad. I like having the Apprentice Seer, although you better play with more werewolves if you're going to play with them. Moderator. Does anyone use this card? I will never, ever use this card in a game because there are some people who cannot moderate werewolf. Why would I want them to be the moderator? Just pick who your moderator is. Waste of time. All right. Lone Wolf. Ooh, now we're into some bad guys here. Each night, along with the wolves, choose a player to eliminate. You win if you're the last player in the game. I love the Lone Wolf because they are on the werewolf team, but they want the other werewolves to die. It's a lot of fun. Hoodlum. During the first night, choose as many players as there are wolves. You win only if those players are eliminated before you are. I like this one. A member of Chaos. You don't play with them every game, no. Cult Leader. Each night, choose the number of werewolves minus 1 players to join your cult. If all remaining players are in your cult, you win. This one's okay as a very much one-off type player. I don't want to use the Cult Leader all the time because there's a lot going on in a game, and it kind of snowballs. I'm going to put this one out because it's interesting, but that's a werewolf. Each night, along with the wolves, choose a player to eliminate. Okay, so that's just an ordinary werewolf. Obviously, that's in every game. Wolf Cub. Love the Wolf Cub. Look how cute he is. Each night, you pick someone. If you are eliminated, the wolves kill 2 players in the following night. I almost always play with the Wolf Cub because they're just fun to play with. And they're cute. Sorceress. Each night, learn if a player is the seer or not. Yep, someone on the werewolf team hunting down the seer. I like it. Chupacabra. Survive the night. Each night, pick a player. If they're a wolf, they're killed. If the wolves are killed, start killing players. I love playing with the Chupacabra. I often play with the Chupacabra with several werewolves, more werewolves than normal because the Chupacabra is hunting them down. And then, like when there's down to 1 or 2 werewolves, the players start working with the werewolves to kill the Chupacabra. The Tanner. Poor Tanner. Hates his life. You hate your job and your life. You win only if you're eliminated. It's just fun to play with the Tanner because they just want to die. And it changes how the game works. Always. All right. Dire Wolf. Each night along with the wolves, pick someone to eliminate. As always, during your first night, choose a player to be your companion. You're eliminated if that player is eliminated. That's it. So they're okay. It's a little bit of an extra thing for the moderator to have to remember. The Drunk. Ooh, you're a villager until the 3rd night when you sober up and learn your real role. I almost always play with the Drunk because it makes everything that happens in the first 3 turns suspect for everybody in the game. All right, Doppelganger, who looks like they are doppelganging someone from Avatar. Anyway, during the first night, pick a player. When they're eliminated, you become that role. Great. But this is not as fun in a game that has a ton of villagers because then I'll be like, guess what? You're still a villager. But I'll play with them. Cursed. You're on a village team unless you're targeted by the wolves. Then you become a wolf, waking with the wolves each night. I use this one a lot. It's fun. Alrighty, there's some ordinary villagers. Let me find the next group of cards to go through. Oh, these guys look evil. We got the Boogeyman. So the Boogeyman here. Each night, if the wolves don't agree on a target, quickly, you pick a target. You win only if all the night active roles are eliminated. That's okay, but again, there's timing involved and stuff. It just makes the wolves go a little bit faster. I never felt like the wolves take too long, so I don't think I'll use that one very much. Father Time. Father Time wins only if time runs out 3 times during the game. This is one I haven't used. I might pick Father Time in the future. That's interesting. All right, Illuminator. During the first night, learn the roles of all players. Win by remaining in the game until there are 3 players left. That's interesting. That's on the maybe pile. I've never played with this one either. Okay, so I'll put that on the maybe pile. So I got a no pile, a maybe pile, and a I'll play with them quite a bit pile that I'm keeping up here. All right, Lone Wolf. Let's move these piles so that I know where to put the cards. All right, Lone Wolf has to be the last one. We already saw that one. This game comes with several Lone Wolves, apparently. Red Wolf. Each night along with the Red Wolves, choose a player to eliminate. Huh. I started the Red and Blue Wolves in one of my Werewolf games. I guess I must have had simultaneous thinking as other people. Alrighty. So, yes, I love playing with the Red Wolves, so that's an obvious one. Spoiler, if you have not been eliminated by the game, you're the only one who wins. I like that one. That's one I don't want to use in every game because it does change the tenor of the game a lot, but definitely worth it. Zombie. Pick someone and eat their brains. They may no longer vote. If all players have no brains, you win. This is just like the cult leader. It adds a lot of stuff to the game, but I don't want to play it very much because it really changes the game almost too much. Count Dracula. Each night, pick a player to be your bride. If you make it through the daylight night cycle with 3 brides remaining in the game, you win. It's another one like the cult. It's okay. I love the picture, but nah. The Elusive Seer. The first night, learn who all the plain villagers are. That's really powerful, unless you're playing with a lot of roles. It's really powerful, and that gives you the Elusive. I would only use this in a game with a lot of roles. I don't know that I would play this one very much. Exposer. Each night, you wake, and once per night, you can target a player. The next day, that player's role is exposed. I never played with that one, but that one sounds fun. Let's do it. Frankenstein's Monster. I always play with Frankenstein's Monster, although we just say Frankenstein after a while because we all know what we mean. Whenever special characters eliminate, you get their power. Super fun and super powerful. I've seen a Seer Bodyguard Hunter before. This is one of my favorite roles in the game. Definitely on the definite pile. Ghost. You are eliminated on the first night. Each day you may communicate with the players with a single letter. Although if I remember correctly, you're not allowed to use letters in people's names. The ghost is a sometimes for me. It's a little too vague. Although I've done one where they could draw a picture one time, but that was pretty powerful. Leprechaun. Each night you can change the wolf's target to an adjacent player. Again, this one does not work unless you are playing in person. This one doesn't work on Zoom, which is kind of what I'm talking about most of the time when I'm talking about how these things work. Unfortunate. All right, Magician. And that is an actual real person here as the Magician. I know who that is. Anyway, each night you may use a different special ability. Ooh, I've not played with this one before, but I like it. I'm going to have to try that one out. The Martyr. You may choose to be eliminated instead of the player who was eliminated during the day before their role was revealed. Ooh, I like this one too. I haven't played with this one, but this one sounds great. The Martyr can just opt to die. Yeah, that one's getting played. The Mayor, your vote counts twice. This is fun. The wolves can usually figure out who it is. Everyone can figure out who it is after a while, depending on how the votes go up or down using elimination. But it's fun to have in the game. Each night, the Mentalist learns if 2 players are on the same team. That's okay. It's a little weak. It can be really powerful at the right moment. So this is a maybe. Hunter Wolf. Oh, I love it. You know, when you're killed, you kill someone else. I love the Hunter Wolf. I've been putting them in my games for a long time. I think they're fantastic. I will always play with them. Prairie Wolf. Pick another player. During the first night, choose a player and learn if they're the seer or not. That's really, 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 really specific. I don't know what the point of that is. This is a Wolverine who fights the Russian invaders. Each night, along with the wolves, choose a player to eliminate. If you are the closest wolf to the target, the player hear a metallic sound. That's too specific. Nah, not for me. Teenage werewolf. During the day, you have to say werewolf or wolf at least once a day or you'll be eliminated. I won't play with this one ever again. I played with this one twice now, and both times, the whole game, people are trying to say wolf without saying wolf, and it's very problematic. I don't like this one at all. The only way I play with this one is if they are... No, it's too much of a pain. It sounds funny. Vampires. This is a third person. You pick a player. The players eliminate when a player gets their second nomination the next day. So that's kind of interesting, but the vampires are like their own faction. I don't know that I would play with them very often, but if you want a third faction, there you go. Masons. During the first night, learn who the other Masons are. It's not bad. It's some villagers who know who each other are. It's like slightly better than a generic villager. Insomniac. Each night, learn if at least one of your neighbors took a night action. Interesting, but again, doesn't work on Zoom. Bodyguard. You got to play with the bodyguard. I don't know that I've ever played a game without the bodyguard. You just pick someone who can't be eliminated that night. And I always play that I don't know what the rules of this one say, but I always play you have to pick someone different every other night. Like the bodyguard. Always in. Village idiot. You always have to vote for someone to die. This one's funny, and I play with it sometimes. The Witch. Once per game, you may save or eliminate a player once per night. This is one of the classic roles, been around forever, but for me, it's more of a maybe. The Cloak. Any wolves or lichens next to you appear as villagers to the seer. Interesting idea, but again, only works not in person. In person. Spy. Learn who the seer viewed. I like this one. I've not played with this. I'm going to have to try this one out. It sounds fun because the spy knows who the seer looked at. If you have not been eliminated when all the other wolves have been eliminated, says the spawn, you become a wolf. Lichens do not need to be eliminated for the spawn to become a wolf. So basically, you become a wolf, but only if all the wolves are killed. I've not tried this one. I think I will. The Reviler. Each night, target a player. If they're a special villager, they're eliminated. If not, you're eliminated. Okay, that's really iffy. This is one, you're on the werewolf team, but it's a little scary. Maybe I would play with it. Oh, it's the Mummer. Pick somebody hypnotized. They have to vote the same way you do. That's just like the Mummy. Meh. That one's a little too meh for me. Illusionist. If the seer sees you, the subsequent views will be opposite. Now, this changes the whole game. You need to realize that. Once they look at you from then on, it's confusing. So if the seer knows the illusionist is in the game, everything they think is suspect. It's kind of weird. I don't know that I like it much. Devotee. Each night, learn one new wolf. That's pretty strong. Really powerful. I'll play with this sometime, but the wolf team is going to be very powerful then. The Den Mother. Each night, learn if the seer found a wolf or if the seer has been eliminated. That's interesting too. That's another one I haven't played with. I think I'll have to try that one in the future. I have a lot of maybes here. Count Lycanthrope. The first night, learn how many wolves are on each side of the village and which side has the seer. Again, this is kind of if you're playing in person with different sides. I like the art in this one, though. And if the seer sees you, the next view will be opposite. This is a apprentice illusionist. Nah. All right, starving wolf. This guy needs to eat. If the village did not eliminate anyone that day, you may eliminate a neighbor of the wolf's target. Maybe. I don't think so, though. Sorcerer wolf. Ooh. Wake separately and search for the seer until the first wolf is eliminated. Now, this one I might use in the future. Also, that's a cool picture. A pet wolf. The first night, choose a player to be your owner. If you're eliminated before they are, they recognize you and are eliminated as well. I'm going to use this in my next game, I think. I think it's funny. All right. The outsider wolf. Do not wake with the other wolves. Wake separately and choose a player to eliminate. That's cool, but it does help the wolves out a lot. If you're going to do this, you better play with some more villager roles. Oracle Wolf. There's like a gazillion wolves in here. Each night, choose a player to eliminate. Each night, after a wolf is eliminated, you wake again and learn the exact role of one player. Super powerful. That's why this one is a 12. That's one of the most powerful ones. But wait, we're not done yet. We have the Mystic Wolf. Each night, you wake again and learn the exact role of a player. So that's the other one. Is the Oracle Wolf only works after a wolf has been eliminated. Here, you just do it. That's crazy. I wonder why they're the same number. Mystery Wolf. That wolf doesn't look very smart. But anyway, pick a player to be a Lycan on both the second and third nights. Okay, but that's such a very exacting thing. Mountain Wolf. This wolf is fierce. During the first night, choose werewolf number of players, -1, and learn if the seer is one of them. I don't know that I like this quick find a seer on night 1. I don't find that interesting. Sorry. Mana Wolf. Each night, choose a player to eliminate. The first night, choose a player to be a Lycan. Yes, I like that. Picking someone to be a Lycan. Usually I let the werewolves by themselves pick a Lycan. A Kamikaze Wolf. Well, this one, if the seer views you while the other wolves are in the game, both you and the seer are eliminated. Ooh. Again, I don't want to play with this one all the time, but I can see that happening. The Assassin Wolf is like the Hunter Werewolf, but they have to kill someone next to them. The Grave Robber, if you're eliminated, choose any player still in the game to be eliminated instead. You become their role. Yes, I'm playing with that one. Alrighty, I'm seeing a bunch of villagers here. Let's see, okay, Troublemaker. Each night, once per night per game, stir up trouble by calling for 2 players to be eliminated the following day. Now, I don't really like this role. I don't know what the point of it is. Tough Guy. If you're trying to be eliminated, you last an extra night. Sure. We're looking at some very basic rules. Seer, come on now. You have to play with the Seer. I never not play with the Seer. Yes. Let's see here. Revealer. Each night, point to a player. If they're a wolf, they're eliminated. If they aren't, you're eliminated. That's a little dangerous. But I might play with it sometime. Prince is just like the Tough Guy. Your role's revealed when you're done. Maybe sometimes. Priest. Once a night per game, choose a player to be blessed. That player will stay in the game after the first attempt to eliminate them. So that's a little similar to the Bodyguard, and I think it's too duplicated, so I would not use it. The Old Woman. Each night, choose a player to lead the village during the next day. I love playing with the Old Woman. That person can't be, the person that they kick out of the village can't be eliminated, but also can't say anything. It's fantastic. This is an almost always for me. The Paranormal Investigator. Choose a player to learn if their player or one of their neighbors is a wolf. Meh. Pacifist is the opposite of the idiot that we saw earlier. They always vote against elimination. You know what? They're not as fun, actually. I'll play with them once in a while. Lycan. We've mentioned several people who can turn folks into a Lycan. The Lycan is on the village team, but they look like a wolf to the seer. And everyone says, I'm the Lycan. Great. Always play with it. Alrighty. Let's see. A Spellcaster. Pick a player who may not speak, nominate, or vote the following day. That's like the Old Woman, but I don't like it as much as the Old Woman because the Old Woman, that person's safe. This means the person isn't safe, so I don't like them as much. Wolfman. Hey, the seer thinks you're a villager. This one is worth it. I would add this one in. Minion. The Minion just knows who the wolves are and is on the wolves team. All right, easy enough. That's one I will play with often. All right, let's see. One more pile to go through here. We have the Blighted. You're on the villager team. Once you're targeted by the wolves, then you become a wolf. Great. And I play with this a lot, although I'll combine this with other things. Sometimes I turn the Tanner into the Blighted. I like that one a lot. Reanimator. Start on the wolf team, but you're not a wolf, and you do not wake. Once during the game, you may change to the village team and save a player who was just eliminated by eliminating yourself. It's a very weird combo here to suddenly change. This one's, I've not played with this one. I'm going to have to try it sometimes, but it feels like you have to be a very clever player and know when to switch sides, if you switch sides at all. Investigator. Pick 3 players who are adjacent. If one of them's a wolf, you're on the village team. Otherwise, you're on the wolf team. Interesting. I might try that one out sometime. Copycat. This is like the doppelganger. Pick someone. If they're eliminated, you become the role. If they're eliminated during the night, you're eliminated. Ooh, I want to play with that one. Blind Mary. You have no team, but once you're killed, then you're on a team that did not eliminate you. After elimination, eliminate 1 player per night. Oh! But how would you do that? I would have to make them still close their eyes, I guess. That's interesting. That's on my maybe pile. Black Cat. If you eliminate a player from the team who eliminated you, you win with the other team. What? That's super confusing. I got to try it. Wise Old Man. Learn who all the special villagers are. You're eliminated after the 2nd day. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? I don't like that. Anyone who dies right away is not fun to play. Warlock. You can prevent a player's elimination during the night and instead target a different player for elimination. Okay, that's interesting. It's like a different kind of bodyguard. I might try that. Tough Girl. So if a day begins with only you and 1 wolf in the game, the village team wins. That's very specific. I don't know if I mean, I like the picture and everything, but I don't know that I would want to play with this because that's so specific, that ending thing here. If the wolves attempt to eliminate you, you are not eliminated until the following night. Yeah, but then they know who you are. I don't know. Maybe at best. Soothsayer. During the first night, learn if any 2 players are on the same team. Oh, wait, we already saw the Soothsayer. I guess there's more than one of them. Reactive Seer. Whenever someone's eliminated, you may try to find a wolf. No, that's silly. I'll just play with any Seer. Outcast. If you're eliminated, the village cannot use any special abilities during the next night. Ooh, I've not played with that. We'll have to try that at some point. Oracle once per game. Learn someone's exact role. That's okay. You can reverse a vote once per game, including a vote on your own elimination. I like it. I like it. We'll play with that one. A Mad Destroyer. If you're eliminated, pick left to right. The number of players on that side are eliminated equal to the current number of wolves minus 1. That's insane. Maybe. That kills a lot of people. Innocent. If you're eliminated, the following day is the day of the lost innocents. Elimination occurs until a player on the wolf team is eliminated. Okay, I got to try that in a future game. Influencer. This is a social media guy. When you remain in the game, there's 1 extra vote for elimination. If you're eliminated, there's 1 extra vote against elimination. Ooh, I do like that. I'm going to try that. Infected. If you're not eliminated before the end of the game, the village team loses. I like this one. If you're eliminated by the wolves, they can eliminate it during the next night. I like this one a lot. That's a very often played. This tells you if one of your new neighbors has taken a night action. Only works in person. Geminis learn who each other are. In the first night, they're kind of like the Masons, so I feel like that's duplication. Eye of the Seer. If you're eliminated, the Seer sees all players as villagers. That really like neuters the Seer. Why not just kill the Seer? Nah. Empath. Learn if the Seer is adjacent to a wolf. Once per game, you may look one of your neighbors in the eye and eliminate them. I might play with that one. The Assassin. Wait. The Assassin and the Cutthroat are the same thing. Once per game. Oh, the Assassin can do it once per day? Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to get killed by the other villagers after a while. Oh, maybe I'll play with that one. The Apprentice Exposer. No. The Vanilla Cobra. Is that what they're called? Come on, who's come up with these names? Each night, target a bunch of players. Any chosen player without special abilities are eliminated. Boo! Who likes that one? Nobody. Savant. During the first day, learn the roles of all players. You may eliminate plain villagers. No, I don't like anyone who kills plain villagers. That's dumb. Plain villagers are already unhappy as it is. Choose a bunch of players. Those players are eliminated when a player gets a second nomination. No, I don't like any of these. Matchmaker. Pick players become matched. If one match is eliminated, so are the others. I don't know. These guys are I don't know if I like this grouping here. You must live a certain number of werewolf days plus 1 to become a master. Then realizing you hate your job and your life, you must be eliminated to win. Oh, that's interesting. I might play with this instead of the Tanner. I like this one better. Yeah, let's put that on here. The Auracabra. Choose players. Any players with special abilities will be eliminated. No, I don't like these at all. That kill a whole swath of players. Bloody Mary. I played with her before. If you eliminate each night, keep your eyes open and eliminate a player on the team that eliminated you. Then you were on the team that did not eliminate you. So we already seen that kind of exact thing before. I don't remember when I played her if she did that. I don't remember what she did. I just remember playing with her. Flipper. They call him Flipper. Choose which team to join. If you've not been eliminated, when one team is about to lose, you will join that team. Interesting. So they flip-flop. They should have called it flip-flopper. Nostradamus. Predict which team will win. Great. One of my favorite roles. Sasquatch. You're on a village team unless a day ends without someone being eliminated. Then you become a wolf. I love it. Yes. Great one. Time Bandit. You're eliminated during the day. If you do it, then each day only lasts a minute. If you're eliminated at night, wolves have only 5 seconds to choose a target. Just make that a rule then. Don't make it the person who's killed. I don't know what the point of that one is. Evil Empath. Is the seer adjacent to a wolf? Meh. Illusion Artist. Pick a player. The seer will view that player as opposite that night. That one I don't mind, because you're on the werewolf team. Alpha Wolf. Once per game, after a wolf is eliminated, you may turn the player you chose that night into a wolf instead of eliminating them. I like it. I might use that one. Hey, it's the big bad wolf, but the 3 little pigs aren't in here. Anyway. When you remain in the game, the wolves may eliminate 2 adjacent players. Maybe. Dream Wolf does not become a wolf until someone's killed. I like that. They don't know they're a wolf, or they don't wake. No one knows they're a wolf until that. I've always played they don't even know they're a wolf until that night. Exploding Wolf probably kills the players next to them. Yep. Fang Face. Man, these are some rude names. While there's other wolves in the game, do not wake with them on subsequent nights. They only wake the first night? I might try them out. Fruit Brute here. If you're the last wolf in the game, you do not get to eliminate a player at night. Maybe I'll play with them. And Furry. I hate this guy's name. During the day, if time runs out before a vote takes place, you must vote for elimination. Interesting. I might try that one. Well, there you go, folks. So here's my pile of cards I might play with. Here's cards that I will play with, not counting Villager and Werewolf. And here's the ones I'm not going to play with at all. So it's almost 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. There you go. Again, this box is too big for me to carry around. There is a smaller version of this that I have that I'll probably put that version in the library. So here's the thing. Some of these roles I'm like, who wants to use that role? But they're there. You don't have to use all the roles. You can like roles or not. You can still play generic werewolf with just werewolves and villagers. But I like all this extra stuff. I like messing with it, testing it out. You don't want to use too much of the new stuff. And we're not even talking about the artifacts and other things that are in the game. I don't usually mess with those. I just usually play with werewolf roles, and I think there's a lot of cool ones in here, a lot of ones I'm going to try out in the future. So what's your favorite werewolf role? Let me know in the comments. Was there any werewolf roles that you saw here you think, I'll never play with that or whatever? Discussion. Let it commence. Anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.